Hello, beautiful ladies. We've all been told the same quiet lie that once you cross 60, sneakers and jeans get demoted to yard work and grocery runs, while looking genuinely put together gets reserved for somebody younger, as if comfort and style became enemies the moment we hit a certain birthday. I'm here to tell you that's simply not true, and once you see the details I'm about to show you, you'll never look at your denim and sneakers the same way again, because this combination, worn the right way, isn't a compromise. It's one of the most flattering and powerful tools in your entire wardrobe. You're about to get 5 genius styling hacks that will take this everyday, comfortable combination and elevate it into something that looks intentional, current, and completely put together, the kind of look that turns heads without you ever having to touch a pair of heels or sacrifice a single ounce of comfort. But stay with me, because hack number 4 is the one detail almost every woman skips completely, and it's exactly the detail that separates looking simply dressed from looking truly styled. So if you leave before we get there, you'll miss the one shift that makes the entire outfit come together. Before we get into it, hit that subscribe button now, because women just like you come here every week to learn how to stay visible, radiant, and absolutely timeless, no matter what year it says on your birth certificate. Now let's get into hack number 1, the secret that's going to make you look taller, lighter, and more expensive in the exact jeans and sneakers already sitting in your closet. The first trick on our list that's going to make you look taller, lighter, and effortlessly expensive is what I like to call the color continuity secret, and once you understand it, you'll never reach for a busy print the same way again. So many of us were taught to break up our outfits with contrasting colors and patterns, believing that doing so would distract from areas we're less confident about. But here's the truth nobody tells you: that habit actually works against you, because every time you cut your body into different color blocks, you're visually chopping your silhouette into shorter, wider sections instead of letting it flow. I've watched this one shift transform outfits more than almost anything else, because when you wear one continuous tone from your shoulders all the way down to your ankle, your eye stops seeing separate pieces and starts seeing one long, unbroken line, and that single line is what instantly reads as taller, slimmer, and far more expensive, even in the exact same jeans and sneakers you already own. You don't need stark black or blinding white to pull this off either. You can build this with soft neutrals, like charcoal melting into a dove gray, or a rich camel flowing into warm ivory, letting each piece blend seamlessly into the next, rather than fighting for attention. And here's the part that changes everything. Once your base is unified like this, your sneakers stop being an afterthought and become the star, a crisp white pair against an all-dark column, or a soft metallic against an all-light one, adding just enough polish to make the whole look feel curated on purpose. This one adjustment alone can make you look 5 pounds lighter and inches taller without changing a single item in your closet. But that's only half the equation, because next, we're tackling the one styling mistake almost every woman over 60 makes, without even realizing it's aging her whole outfit. Number 2 on today's list is the one rule that separates a woman who looks intentionally casual from one who looks like she simply gave up, and I call it the structure rule. We've all done it, reached for the softest, most relaxed pieces in the closet because comfort felt like the priority: stretchy jeans, an oversized cardigan, a loose tunic that skims over everything, and while it feels wonderful, there's a hidden cost we rarely talk about. Because when every single piece on your body is soft and unstructured, your silhouette has nothing to hold on to, and instead of reading as relaxed, it quietly starts reading as tired. Here's why this happens. Your eye needs something to anchor onto in order to interpret an outfit as put together rather than accidental, and structure is what gives it that anchor. Think of it as the architecture holding the entire look upright, the way a strong frame changes how a photograph feels the moment it's added. So if your jeans and sneakers are already casual, and they always will be, your top half has to do the work of elevating everything else. Reach for a tailored blazer, a stiff trench, or a crisp button-down with the collar popped, and instantly you'll notice the whole outfit snaps into focus, because the sharp lines at your shoulders lift everything below them. If you're somewhere warmer and heavier layers feel like too much, don't worry, you're not left out of this one. A structured cropped jacket or a sharp-shouldered vest gives you that exact same architectural lift without a single degree of extra heat. So this works no matter what your climate looks like outside your window. And if you want to soften the structure just slightly so it doesn't feel stiff, try tucking only the very front of your top into your jeans and letting the rest fall loose. It defines your waistline without demanding anything from you. This one shift is the difference between an outfit that looks thrown on in 30 seconds and one that looks like you spent real time curating it, even when you didn't. But structure alone isn't enough, because there's a tiny detail sitting right at your ankle that's been quietly working against everything you've built so far, and it's next. Third on our list is a tiny detail sitting right at your ankle, and I promise you, once you see it, you'll never unsee it again. This is the hemline secret. We've all done this without realizing it, letting our denim pool and bunch right at the top of our shoe, and it feels harmless, almost invisible, but that little pile of extra fabric is quietly working against you every single time you wear it, because it adds visual weight exactly where you don't want it, making your whole leg look shorter and heavier than it actually is. I want you to picture the difference for a second. That same pair of jeans, but instead of scrunching at your shoe, they stop just above your ankle bone, and suddenly your leg has a break in it, a place for the eye to pause, and that pause is what makes the entire leg read as longer and lighter. So here's exactly where you want them to sit, about an inch or two above your ankle bone, no more, no less. That's your sweet spot. And if your jeans run long, and a tailor isn't in the budget or the schedule right now, you have options. A double cuff, where you fold the hem up once, and then again gives you a clean, intentional finish with a bit of texture. Or if you're feeling a little bolder, take a pair of scissors to an old pair and give them a raw, straight cut right at the ankle. That slightly frayed edge actually looks incredibly high-end next to a clean sneaker. And if the weather has you worried about bare ankles, a slim, skin-toned sock keeps the same clean line intact without adding a single bit of bulk. This is such a small adjustment, but the payoff is massive. Your leg instantly reads as longer, lighter, and far more deliberate, like every inch of this outfit was chosen on purpose rather than left to chance. It's proof that the difference between looking like you just grabbed whatever was clean and looking like you stepped off a style page sometimes comes down to a single inch of denim. But there's one more mistake most of us are making, and it has nothing to do with your jeans at all. It's sitting on your feet right now, and it might be the thing quietly aging your entire outfit. Number 4 is the one I promised you at the very beginning, the detail almost every woman skips completely, without realizing it's undermining her entire outfit, and I call it the sneaker edit. We've all reached into the closet and grabbed our actual gym shoes for a day that has nothing to do with the gym, the ones with the mesh paneling, the heavy tread, maybe even a little dirt still clinging to the sole from the last walk, and it feels practical in the moment. But here's the honest truth. There's a real difference between a shoe built for a workout and a shoe built for your life, and wearing one in place of the other is quietly telling the world, you didn't plan this outfit, you just reached for whatever was closest to the door. I want you to think about intentionality for a second, because that's really what this comes down to. A shoe that looks like a deliberate choice signals that everything else on your body was chosen with the same care, while a shoe that looks like leftovers from your workout undoes that message instantly, no matter how put together the rest of your look is. So here's what you want in your rotation: a clean white leather sneaker that pairs with literally every wash of denim you own, a suede slip-on for days you want something softer and more luxurious against a knit, and a subtle platform sole that gives you a little lift while keeping your foot completely flat and stable. But here's the part that changes everything, and it costs you nothing: condition. A scuffed, dingy sneaker will undercut even the most elevated outfit you put together. So keep a pack of wipes by your door and use them, because a pristine white sole is doing more work for your outfit than you'd ever expect. Once you make this shift, your sneakers stop being an afterthought and start becoming a genuine styling statement, the finishing detail that tells everyone you knew exactly what you were doing. But we've saved the most important detail for last. The one small addition that takes everything you've built so far and ties it together into a look that people actually remember. And finally, number 5. The one detail we've been building toward this entire video, the piece that ties everything together, and I call it the finishing layer. I want to let you in on something I've noticed after studying outfits for years. Most women stop at 2 pieces, a top and a bottom, and that's fine. That's functional. That gets you dressed and out the door. But it never quite crosses into looking styled, because 2 pieces reads as getting dressed, while 3 pieces reads as getting dressed on purpose. That third element is what tells the world you didn't just throw something on. You curated a look. And it's honestly the simplest, most affordable shift on this entire list, because it doesn't require new jeans or new sneakers. It just requires one intentional addition. So here's where you can start. A vibrant silk scarf, knotted loosely at your neck, or draped over the strap of a structured bag, instantly adds color and softness right at your face, exactly where people's eyes go first. A leather belt with a substantial gold or brushed silver buckle breaks up the denim just enough to feel deliberate rather than plain. And if jewelry and accessories aren't really your language, you're not left out here either. A tailored coat draped loosely over your shoulders without ever slipping your arms through the sleeves adds instant polish. Or a soft leather jacket in a warm cognac or deep burgundy gives you texture and richness that a plain top alone never could. The goal with every single one of these options is the same: to pull the casual energy of your jeans and sneakers upward, toward your face, toward your presence, so that the whole outfit feels finished rather than left halfway done. This is the detail that makes people stop and ask where you got something, the detail that makes you look like you have a signature style rather than just a closet full of clothes. And here's what I really want you to sit with, because this is bigger than fashion. When you walk into a room with that third piece in place, you're not just wearing an outfit, you're being remembered. You're the woman people notice and can't quite explain why, and that feeling has absolutely nothing to do with your age and everything to do with intention. That's what amazing and timeless actually looks like. Not chasing trends, not dressing younger, just dressing like a woman who knows exactly who she is. If today's video helped you see your jeans and sneakers in a completely new light, this is exactly the kind of thing we talk about here every single week. So hit that subscribe button right now and join the women who come here to stay radiant, visible, and absolutely timeless at every single age. I'd love to know which of these 5 hacks are you trying first. Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. So let's bring it all together, because at the end of the day, this was never really about jeans and sneakers. It was about proving to ourselves that comfort and style were never actually opposites. They were only ever a few small, intentional details apart. Style doesn't come with an expiration date. It doesn't quietly disappear the moment you turn 60. It just asks you to get a little more deliberate with the choices you're already making every single day. The most important thing you can wear at 60, 70, or 80 isn't any of the 5 details we covered today. It's the belief that you deserve to look and feel exactly as put together on a Tuesday as you would for any special occasion, because the truth is, you are the special occasion. If this video gave you a new way to see the clothes already sitting in your closet, that's exactly what we're here for every single week. So hit that subscribe button and join a community of women who refuse to fade quietly into the background. Women just like you, who are choosing to stay visible, radiant, and completely timeless. Now I want to hear from you. Out of everything we covered today, which hack are you trying first? Drop it in the comments, because I genuinely read every single one, and I'll see you in the next video.